Have you ever wondered about the secrets that history has never been able to explain? Events so strange and mysterious that even today, with all our technology and knowledge, we still can't fully understand them. Welcome to 5 Things Facts, the place where curiosity never sleeps. Today we're diving into the 5 greatest mysteries in history, phenomena that continue to baffle scientists, historians, and even conspiracy theorists. But before we begin this fascinating countdown, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. That way, you'll never miss any of our amazing journeys into the unknown. Ready? Let's count down from number 5 to the biggest mystery of all. 5. The lost city of Atlantis. When Plato first wrote about Atlantis over 2,000 years ago, he described it as a great and powerful civilization that suddenly disappeared beneath the sea in just one day and one night. But was Atlantis real or just a metaphor? Some historians argue that Plato created the story to teach a moral lesson about pride and corruption. However, others believe he was describing an actual place, possibly inspired by the eruption of the volcano on the island of Thera, today's Santorini, that devastated the Minoan civilization around 1600 BC. What makes Atlantis even more mysterious is the countless theories that have emerged over the centuries. Some claim it was in the Mediterranean, others say it lies under the Atlantic Ocean, and some even connect it with Antarctica. Strangely, many ancient maps and sailors' tales talk about lands that suddenly disappeared from charts. Here's a little-known curiosity. In 1882, a U.S. congressman named Ignatius Donnelly wrote a book called Atlantis, the Antediluvian World. He argued that every great ancient civilization, from Egypt to the Maya, originated from Atlantis. His ideas spread worldwide, fueling modern fascination with the legend, and the theories don't stop there. In 1969, a mysterious rock formation known as the Bimini Road was discovered underwater near the Bahamas. Some people immediately claimed it was evidence of Atlantis. Scientists, on the other hand, say it's just a natural formation of limestone. Still, the debate continues. Another fascinating point: Plato's description of Atlantis wasn't vague. He gave specific details about its structure, describing concentric rings of water and land, temples plated with precious metals, and an advanced society with naval power. Could he really have invented such a detailed account out of thin air? Even in modern times, explorers use sonar scans and satellite imagery in hopes of finding sunken ruins. Yet no definitive proof has ever surfaced. Is Atlantis just a myth to teach us lessons about human arrogance? Or could the remains of this great civilization be waiting in the depths of our oceans? 4. The Voynich manuscript. Imagine holding a book that no one in the world can read, not even the smartest codebreakers. That's exactly what the Voynich manuscript is. A mysterious 15th century book filled with strange drawings of unknown plants, astronomical charts, and text written in a language that doesn't exist anywhere else. The manuscript was discovered in 1912 by a rare book dealer named Wilfrid Voynich, and ever since, it has been one of history's strangest puzzles. Cryptographers from both World War I and World War II tried to decipher it. Even modern artificial intelligence has been used to crack the code, but still no one knows what it says. Some believe it's an elaborate hoax created in the Middle Ages to make money. Others think it's a coded medical or botanical text, and a few suggest it might even be the work of an alien civilization or time travelers. Here's a curiosity that most people don't know. In 2016, a team of researchers from the University of Alberta claimed they had found patterns suggesting the text could be written in a form of ancient Hebrew. But after years of study, that theory was also dismissed. Another strange feature is its illustrations. Some drawings show women bathing in what look like interconnected tubes, leading to speculation that it could be describing early ideas of anatomy, biology, or even some form of spiritual alchemy. The manuscript now sits in Yale University's library, guarded and studied by experts. But every time someone thinks they've come close to solving it, the mystery only deepens. Could the Voynich manuscript hold lost knowledge from a forgotten civilization? Or is it the greatest prank in history? And here's something even more bizarre. Carbon dating shows the book's parchment dates to the early 1400s, meaning it's authentically old. So if it was a hoax, someone went to incredible lengths centuries ago using expensive materials just to trick. Whom and why? 3. The disappearance of the Mayan civilization. The Maya were one of the most advanced civilizations of the ancient world. They built enormous pyramids, developed a complex writing system, mastered astronomy, and created an incredibly precise calendar. But around the 9th century, something strange happened. Many of their great cities were suddenly abandoned. What happened to the Maya? Some historians believe they collapsed due to prolonged droughts which devastated agriculture. Others point to overpopulation, warfare, or political instability. But here's where the mystery thickens. Not all cities were abandoned at the same time, and some Maya communities survived for centuries after the supposed collapse. A fascinating detail is that the Maya calendar famously ended in 2012, which fueled worldwide panic and doomsday predictions. But in reality, that end was simply the closing of one long cycle in their calendar system, just like moving from December 31 to January 1st. Another lesser-known fact is that the Maya had advanced knowledge of astronomy, predicting solar and lunar eclipses with incredible accuracy. Some researchers even suggest that their downfall might be connected to cosmic events, like solar activity that could have affected agriculture. Here's another curiosity. Recent LiDAR scans, laser mapping technology used from aircraft, have revealed that the Maya built massive hidden cities and complex road systems beneath the jungle canopy, much larger than previously imagined. This discovery has reshaped what we thought we knew about their power and influence. Even today, millions of Maya descendants live across Mexico, Guatemala, and Belize, preserving traditions and languages. So while the civilization may have disappeared, its people never truly vanished. The real mystery is why the great cities were left to crumble. 2. The identity of Jack the Ripper, London, 1888. A shadow stalks the foggy streets of Whitechapel, brutally murdering women in a series of crimes that shocked the world. He became known as Jack the Ripper, and more than a century later, his identity is still unknown. What makes this case so chilling is the sheer brutality of the murders, combined with the fact that Jack seemed to vanish without leaving a trace. The police received letters supposedly from the killer, signed Jack the Ripper, which only added to the fear and mystery. Over the years, countless suspects have been proposed: doctors, butchers, members of the royal family, even famous artists. Modern DNA tests on preserved evidence have suggested possible suspects like Aaron Kosminski, a Polish barber, but the results remain disputed. Here's a curiosity. In 1888, the newspapers were just beginning to use sensational headlines to sell more copies. Jack the Ripper became one of the first cases in history to receive tabloid-style media coverage, spreading fear far beyond London. Another intriguing fact is that some letters attributed to Jack were later proven to be hoaxes, written by journalists trying to sell newspapers. But at least one or two of them might be genuine, keeping the debate alive even today. Jack the Ripper tours are among the most popular in London, and his story continues to inspire books, movies, and endless theories. Was he a lone madman or part of something much bigger? The truth may be buried forever in the fog of history. 1. The Great Pyramids of Giza. Towering over the desert sands of Egypt, the Great Pyramids of Giza are perhaps the most iconic structures on Earth. Built over 4,500 years ago, they remain one of humanity's greatest achievements and one of its greatest mysteries. How were these massive monuments constructed with such precision, using blocks weighing several tons each, without modern technology? Even today, engineers debate how the ancient Egyptians managed to align the pyramids so perfectly with the stars and the cardinal points. Some theories suggest the use of ramps and pulleys, while others claim advanced knowledge of mathematics and engineering far beyond their time. Of course, there are also the wild theories that aliens helped build them, or that the pyramids are coded with secret messages about the origins of humanity. Here's a lesser-known fact. Inside the Great Pyramid of Khufu, there's a narrow passage that leads to a mysterious chamber that was only recently discovered using cosmic ray technology in 2017. This chamber has never been opened, and no one knows what lies inside. Could it be treasures, secrets, or simply an empty void designed to relieve pressure? Another detail is their celestial alignment. The pyramids align with Orion's belt, suggesting they may have been designed as a mirror of the heavens on Earth. Some even believe the structures were part of a much larger, sacred landscape, connecting temples, the Nile, and the stars. And here's something even more fascinating. New research has shown that the pyramid's shape can actually focus electromagnetic energy inside its chambers. While this may just be a natural physical phenomenon, it has fueled theories that the pyramids were built not only as tombs, but also as massive energy machines. Were the pyramids just monuments to kings, or did they serve a higher purpose, perhaps as a gateway between Earth and the cosmos? And there you have it, 5 of the greatest mysteries in history. From lost civilizations and undecipherable books to unsolved crimes and architectural marvels, these stories remind us of how much of our past is still shrouded in secrets. Which of these mysteries fascinates you the most? Tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe to 5 Things Facts and leave a like so we can keep exploring the most curious and amazing topics from around the world. Because one thing is certain, history still holds countless secrets waiting to be uncovered.